be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
How do you say, "My attorney met with me personally"?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, "I got the compensation I deserve"?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, "I won my court case"?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome in to the Tattnall Square Academy Sports Complex, where tonight it is DSBN's presentation of GHSA Baseball. Tonight, we got a real treat for you. The defending single-A private school champions under the tutelage of skipper Joey Hiller as they start the 2019 season. And tonight, they'll kick it off against Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy Barons. And I'm pleased to be joined in the broadcast booth with the man that is going to be by my side all season, Mr. John Kosader. And, John, we step away from the hot stove when we walk onto the grass here tonight.
Yeah, it's a lot different, you know, being in that nice, warm gymnasium, watching basketball, and all of a sudden, well, we're in a press box, but it's probably about 50 degrees outside and probably about 60 in here.
Yeah, it's kind of warm in here. It's going to get warmer because we got some great action to bring you here. Of course, Brandon Thompson from Preteen Media Productions, the man that keeps us running. He's got the helm tonight. We've got some great camera angles for you, and we've got some great baseball coming to you. And let's get it kicked off with John Kosader, who's going to give you the starting lineups.
All right, let's go with the visitors, Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy Barons. They're a homeschool team, which can mean a lot of things. It means they get to practice when they want to, and it means they kind of get to home pick who they want on their team. But they'll go like this. The pitcher will lead off. He's number 3, David Walker. Jimmy Martels will bat second and play center field. John Baggett will play third and bat third. Joe Dresslinger
Welcome back to Tattnall, and we'll get this one underway. Had a little technical difficulty there. We're back in here to bring you the play-by-play. One of the voices of DSBN Sports, John Koshader.
All right, thanks a lot. Russell Brooks Gorman, he's a junior. He's on the mound for Tattnall Square. Getting the opening night start. I'm sure he's thrilled about that. First batter he'll face is David Walker. Walker is Gorman's opponent on the mound, and you know, it's a little odd here, Russell. We know absolutely nothing about Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy. Coach Joey Hiller says some years they come in, they have a real good baseball team. Other years, they're down. So we're going to find that out throughout the game tonight.
Yeah, we look back at our archives, and on February 14th a year ago on Valentine's Day, this was our opening night as well. So back-to-back years with the Barons, and we're glad to have them here in Macon, Georgia, and glad to have you with us on this late winter night.
And Gorman's gone 3-1 on the leadoff hitter. Gorman was a sophomore last year. He came through big time when it got to the playoffs and has earned this first start. And probably the number 2 starter is out there playing second base, and that would be Dawson Brown. And Dawson's going to get the first play of the game on a high pop-up, and he handles it, and there's one down.
One away, this team, of course, John, for the Tattnall Square Academy Trojans, they went on last year to win the single-A private state championship. Just another feather in the cap for skipper Joey Hiller, and regardless of whether it was in the GISA or the GHSA, they've been in those finals every year this year since they've made the jump to the Georgia High School Association.
Well, the only thing when you're starting a conversation about Joey Hiller is you can start off with the number 943. That's how many wins he's got baseball and softball wise, and I'd like to hear someone else with 943 wins in this area. That's going to be a little pop-up to Dawson Brown, and he's going to handle it, and Gorman retires the first 2 batters. That was Jimmy Martins, and that'll bring up the third baseman, John Baggett.
You know, one thing that we've talked about through the years is awfully good baseball here in Macon in the middle Georgia area on down in the Houston County. Some great teams, even the great Jake Fromm played on a state title team down there. One thing we've noticed through the years with Hiller, he can beat you with long ball. He can play short ball with you, or a small ball as we like to call it. And you can be guaranteed that one of the hallmarks of his program, to me, has always been being able to play either one of those kind of balls with you. But if he gets on base, he manufactures runs.
Well, he's a winner, and you're right. He does adapt to the kind of team that he has. There's a lot of new guys out there right now, and I talked to Coach Hiller on Tuesday, and he gave me the same answer he gave us before he started last year. He said, John, we're terrible. We're absolutely terrible. And Coach Hiller will give you that, but Coach Hiller's a smart man. He knows he's not terrible. He knows he's got a very good baseball team this year.
Giving the old Vince Dooley.
All the time. He told me last year, John, we're so terrible, you do not want to live stream us, I'm telling you. And, yeah, 24-4, state championship at the end of the year.
Greater Gwinnett, if I remember this game last year, was a very, very close game, maybe going late in the 5th, and then Tattnall was able to pull away with it.
And he just misses outside. It's 2-2.
Actually, in the homeschool league, which is in the southeastern area, this team did last year go to the World Series.
So, obviously, they're able to get pretty good talent here. And he moves the count to 3-2 on the number 3 hitter, John Baggett. And, you know, Russell, I was talking to Joey Hiller. We'll see what this pitch is first. And that's going to be a foul ball. I was talking to Coach Hiller about one of the things that makes him so successful. Well, you look at the middle of the infield, second baseman, Dawson Brown, shortstop, Myles Morris. They're playing basketball a week ago, losing in the region tournament, and they're out here playing baseball today. And he says one of the main reasons he can do that is because Jarvis Smith, the basketball coach, allows his kids to come out here and play baseball, practice in between. Anyway, that's Baggett's strikeout. We'll get Russell's comments on that when we come back after a half inning. It's no score with Tattnall coming up to bat, and we'll be right back.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
Welcome back, and we get ready for the second inning. We'll go back to John Kosater, who will bring you the bottom of the first, not the second.
Russell, you getting cold already? We're moving to the second inning already.
I'm helping over on here on technical issues.
Yes, and see, these are the brains behind the whole.
I mean, when you show up, it's like driving Miss Daisy. That's all I got, man. You just jump in the back and you're gone.
Yes, I'm a voice. That's about all I am in this production. That is no lie.
Yeah,
and one day,
I just, I all I can do is drive the car, and the boss man sits in the back and tells me which way to go.
Well, actually, I was waiting for you to pick me up, so I wouldn't even have to drive. I could have walked.
No, I was driving. You're riding.
That's true. I mean, that's true. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we got here.
Come back to baseball here.
David Walker on the mound, and he'll face B.J. Spear. B.J. standout football player and also a pretty good baseball player, and he'll lead off the Tattnall season, and that first pitch is a strike. Wow, and I'm looking at the picture that we're getting, and that is really incredible. I hope you guys are liking it. DSPN does it better than anybody else in this area for sure.
Check's on the way.
Yes, sir. That'd be my first check. Sorry about that.
Yes, it would.
We're a little bit.
Look at the perch, though, baby. I get you in anywhere you want to go.
Don't call me baby. Not till tomorrow. Yeah, not till tomorrow. Seems like we're a lot looser through the baseball. And B.J. Spears hit by a pitch, and he's going to be on base, bringing up Brett McHugh, who is the left fielder tonight. You know, when we talked earlier, Russell, we said, we could be out of here in the fourth inning. You know, you don't expect great Christian Gwinnett. That's a tough one.
Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy.
You don't expect the Barons to be able to compete with Tattnall, but they've done it in years before, so it's just really a crapshoot. We really don't know what to expect this year in this game. So this is Brett McHugh with B.J. Spear on first base. Beautiful night.
Really isn't too cold out here tonight. It's a great night for baseball. Feels like an early spring night, really. But probably, 55 degrees outside right now? Maybe a little cooler. That was close.
It was close. Spear almost got picked off. I'd say 55, maybe a tad colder by the game. The people in the stands don't look too uncomfortable. The players certainly don't look uncomfortable. And Tattnall Square has done a great job getting this field ready for opening day. They've got some work going on down the right field line that Joey Hiller talked about, and it's going to look really nice when they get it done. Said probably not this year, though.
We're going to have an additional bullpen over there?
Going to put a bullpen in the top. There's high hopes for what this place is going to look like in a year. David Walker, 1-1 on the count to Brett McHugh. Trying to pick him off, and Russell. That was close.
That's the second time he's got close on that throw of a really good move by the pitcher for the Barons in his move to first.
No doubt about it. 2 straight. I thought he might have had him that time.
And I'll tell you what, in baseball, to me, that's either a natural move or it's not. It's a very hard thing to teach.
And now it's a pass ball, and that's going to get speared to second base the easy way. And let's see what Joey Hiller does right here.
That's where we go back talking about manufacturing runs, and he's one of the best in the business at doing it.
Did I say 943 wins?
You did.
Yes. Oh, my.
Man. And that's the second baseman's fault on the air, and that's going to get the man to third.
Hagen Pier couldn't handle the throw. Tried to snap that tag down just a little bit too fast, and the ball gets by him, and BJ all of a sudden's on third.
Not a bad turn to go back to second with it by the pitcher once again. I think that's something that you're naturally inclined to do on that move to first and second. Obviously, this young man for the Barons is got that in his repertoire, and just a mistake made by the second baseman. They're going to make him pay, John.
And that's a base hit for McHugh. The first run for Tattnall Square is in for the year. Clean hit to right field for Brett McHugh. The first run for Tattnall Square this year. B.J. Spears is the one that scores. And now we're going to go to Brooks Gorman. And Brooks Gorman has been on fire in these scrimmage games. Joey Hiller came up to me one day last week and said Brooks Gorman went 5 for 5 in the practice game against good pitching. So let's see if Brooks Gorman, the pitcher tonight, but a third baseman also, let's see what he can do. Left-hand hitting Gorman. And the pitch. Good pitch, David Walker. And it's no balls and 2 strikes.
That was a good pitch. Kind of slid it inside and low. Made him chase it a little bit, but it also caught him up inside, so a good pitch that time.
A little bit high, tried to get him to go fishing, and Brooks Gorman wouldn't do it. Brooks Gorman's dad played at Warner Robins High School, and then he played at Georgia College, and he's also on this coaching staff. And Joey Hiller knows how to put a coaching staff together.
Well, Georgia College had a long history of good baseball.
It's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Left fielder takes a ride but locks it down, and that's going to be the first out. So Gorman pops up to left field, and that brings up Trey Ham. And Russell, Trey Ham is real capable of hitting that school building out there.
Yes, he is. We saw him many times last season on our live broadcast. He sent it for a ride more than once, and more than once to dead center and still lifting when it cleared that wall.
1 out, a runner on first, and Trey Ham is the batter. Starts him off with a good breaking ball for a strike. And Walker looks like he has good stuff, and he likes throwing it to first. He's a confident pitcher with that, and he may get somebody before this night's over. 0-1 the count. And he's just going to miss that one. I think it's going to be catchable, and he caught it.
Wow.
He barely caught it behind that foul pole.
Way to hang on to it. Got him, caught him on the inside, handcuffed him a little bit, John. He had to go up and cut up underneath it to get to it. Kind of just broke in on him, and when he did, he popped it up over there to shallow left field, and good job by the left fielder there for the Barons to run over and get it.
And here comes Myles Morris. Myles playing basketball a week ago tonight. His season ended, and he's able to come in here, and he's going to get a base hit. So, Russell, that batting practice that he was able to take during basketball season
absolutely
pays off immediately.
Myles, of course, 4-year starter at quarterback here for the Trojans. Had an outstanding career, going to continue his career over at Mercer University. But first things first, baseball game tonight and Monday night at the Macon Touchdown Club. He is one of our Scholar Athlete Awards winner. He will be receiving a scholarship check from the Macon Touchdown Club, and he'll get to hear the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs, Kirby Smart, as he'll come to town on Monday.
And that's going to be a wild pitch, moving the runners to second and third. This is almost got him again. And this is Dawson Brown, yet another basketball player. Dawson's playing second, and he's one of the pitchers that will see a lot of action this year. He's hitting in the 6th spot, and he's got 2 runners on with 2 outs. Good thing about these basketball players being able to get down here and hit. Good thing about that private school, that small school feeling, you know, coaches work together and let them get their work done in more than one sport.
And the other thing is, John, we've got, I mean, look, they played a game already on the road last week. This is technically the second time this team's been on the field together already, and it's only just started the 2nd week of February.
Joey Hiller likes to play. I think he's at Strong Rock this weekend.
He is.
Be a good test right away. We're 3-1 on Dawson Brown. 1 ball away from loading the bases for Hunter Alexander. And we'll talk a little bit more about Hunter when he gets the bat. Coach Hiller said one huge battle on this team. Who was going to play first base? And Hunter Alexander gets the call tonight. Good breaking ball right there.
He's worked that a couple of times on the inside and got the strike. One thing about it is we go through the season, we learn these umpires, they like that outside corner or that inside corner, and they've usually been really consistent for it in the games that we broadcast here in the Macon area. So there's been some really good umpire work here in the Macon, Middle Georgia area from what we've seen over the years.
Big pitch from David Walker. You get this one, and they get out scoring 1 run, and he strikes out looking. Good pitch against Dawson Brown, and Brown kind of got handcuffed and strikes out, so that ends the inning. Tattnall scores 1. They have a 1-0 lead after 1, and we'll be right back.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We've teamed with Mercer, and we'd be happy to team with you. Go Bears!
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Welcome back, and we go to the top of the 2nd.
Oh, foul ball.
That was close, wasn't
No,
it?
we're very close. This is Joe Dreslinski. I'm sure the first baseman cleanup hitter doesn't mean to dribble one down the third base line trying to get on, but that's what happened. It looked fair from here, but the umpire was a lot closer than, well, maybe he wasn't, but he called the ball foul, and it's 0-1, and Brooks Gorman is ahead. We're 1-0 after an inning. Tattnall Square scored on a Brett McHugh single following a B.J. Spear walk, or a hit by pitch, actually. And Gorman with the delivery. That's going to be outside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Joey Hiller has these guys on a pitch count. We're not going to see Gorman throw more than 40 or 50 pitches tonight. And then he'll give it up to other guys that are ready to go. And that's going to be a pop-up. Looks like the second baseman is going to handle it. That's Dawson Brown. Dawson's had 3 nice little pop-ups to him so far, and that's the first out, and that brings up Andrew Henson, the catcher. So that's from last year.
I don't. I'd kind of dropped the ball on that this year.
Yeah.
It's a car business, broadcasting business, making touchdown club business.
And right back to the pitcher. Nice one hopper that Brooks Gorman handles, and a flip to first, and there's quickly 2 outs. Hard hit ball, but right back to the pitcher. And that's going to bring up Brandon Newgay, the shortstop.
Wow.
And we're getting a good chance. I mean, we could almost sit down and not even look at the real game going on and watching our cameras, because they're just exceptional views right there. And it may be a better view than we have leaning over to see what's going on with the batter. Gorman's 2-0 on Brandon Newgay.
All right, I'm going to have to talk to Hiller to tell him you're talking bad about his press box.
Did I mention 943 wins?
It won't save you once I tell on you.
No, Coach Hiller. Coach Hiller, get me out there, because we do a podcast with Coach Hiller every Monday. Don't miss it, on the Tattnall Square website. And Coach Hiller will be like, John, you can't be talking about the bad view. And that's a line drive down the right field. It's going to find an opening. And Newgay going to run for second. Elmo Daniels throws the ball in. Not a very good throw, but good backup. And Brandon Newgay has the first hit for the Barons.
Just looped it down the first base line. Just fell in front of the right fielder there, and that was a really good hit. Took a kick out toward that far sideline over the foul line once it got to the ground, and gave him some extra time to move to second.
So, runner on second, 2 outs, and that brings up Tony Hayes, the 7th hitter. He's the left fielder. He had a fun inning last time. Had to track down 2 fly balls, and if he can come up with a hit, we could have a tie ball game. And that's going to be a ground ball to first base. Alexander flips to Gorman. That's going to end the inning. So Gorman gets through 2 unscathed. It's 1-0 after 1.5. Tattnall leads. We'll be right back.
Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second. Tattnall leads it 1-0. Bring you all the action John Kosater.
Thank you, Russell. It's a beautiful, beautiful night out here. Hope you had a chance to come out here, and if you're not, I hope you're watching us on DSBN. Hunter Alexander, the first baseman, will lead off. Coach Joey Hiller said there are 4 or 5 guys after that first base job, and it looks like Hunter Alexander gets first shot at it. He's a sophomore. Played football, played a lot on both sides of the ball. He's a very good athlete, but he is replacing Logan Fink, who was a 3-year starter. And Coach Hiller said that Logan Fink probably one of the best first basemen that he has ever coached. 1-1 to count. And nice pitch, David Walker. He's ahead of Alexander. And the pitch. It's going to be fouled off. Alexander stays alive. Elmo Daniels, another football player, on deck. One ball, 2 strikes. And Walker trying to get the first batter of the inning. Ground ball, third base. Nice pickup over there. And he throws him out. Nice play over there by John Baggett. First batter is out. That's bringing up Elmo Daniels. Russell, Elmo doesn't really look like your typical defensive lineman on a football field. He looks like he's, what, 5'9", maybe 200 pounds?
Yeah, but that ain't easy to move that right there.
No.
That's compact.
Defensive lineman for Tattnall Square's football team. Defensive lineman and right fielder. Got to love that combination.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be too excited seeing him round the third coming home.
No. You wouldn't. Almost hitting 8th in the order. A lot expected out of him this year. And the count's even at 1-1.
I'm seeing if I can get some updates on what we got going on here, man. We got a little wrestling going on. Tournament started today.
Used to cover those wrestling tournaments when I was a writer before I turned announcer, and I always enjoyed watching the kids wrestle.
Well, we're glad you stepped into the 21st century and left the pen and quill behind and now into this wonderful new media atmosphere here in the 21st century.
Yes, sir. I love every minute of it, and I miss the pen. I don't know what a quill is, so I don't miss it.
You don't know what a quill is?
Russell, I'm not quite as old. I'm thinking Brandon over there doesn't know what a quill is. Okay, he wants in on the call.
Yes, sir.
Elmo Daniels looks at called third strike, so David Walker doing a good job on the mound. Carter Fink, Logan Fink's little brother.
Yep, Logan off to college now and
Kennesaw State.
Very good baseball player here for the Trojans.
And that's going to be a strike. I thought it was a little high, but my angle isn't very good sometimes. So, Quill. Yes. So, I guess we don't want to talk about it. Does Macon have a newspaper anymore? Sorry, I'm probably going to get fined.
CentralGeorgiaSportsReport.com could probably give us an update on that.
Mike Loud does a great job with that.
Absolutely, he does. And a great supporter of DSBN and what we do.
He is a one-man gang, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was watching right now.
Yeah, he's got to slow down. I told him the other day he's going to blow up if he don't calm down.
Well, Mike needs to start his own newspaper and take all the people that used to work at the Telegraph, just the sports guys, you know. But no, I don't know if I could write a paragraph anymore without mistakes. But then again, Daniel Shirley would say I couldn't write a paragraph without making mistakes anyway. So
well, y'all love your commas. And your colons.
Well, I Russell, but I was big on the comma. 2-2 the count.
It's one of the longest sentences I've ever read in my life.
That's going to be another strikeout for David Walker. So Tattnall goes down easily in the second. We've played 2, Tattnall 1, Barron 0. I ain't touching that.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
And welcome back to Tattnall Square Academy. It's Tattnall baseball night against the Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy Barons. Here to bring you the top of the third, John Kosader.
Thank you, Russell. Brooks Gorman still out there, wondering how many innings he's got. He had a quick inning last time. He's probably hadn't thrown more than 20 to 25 pitches. I'm thinking they'll give him 40 to 45 tonight. And he'll face Seth McClure to lead off the inning. Seth is the 8-hitter. He's playing right field. And he's ahead of the count.
Yeah, only giving up 1 hit so far tonight, John. So good effort on the mound by him.
No doubt about it. Just exactly what Joey Hiller expects from Brooks Gorman, giving him the ball in this first game. Him and Dawson Brown going to see a lot of mound time. He comes back. Good pitch right there, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the number 8 hitter, Seth McClure. And the pitch, a little bit outside. Evens the count at 2-2. And he's ready for another pitch. And he's even the count, 3-2. You know, Russell, I always thought that the toughest part of broadcasting at Tattnall is the concession stand. It's right below us.
Right.
And I'm so.
Yeah, you need to stay away from them.
Yeah. Seth McClure strikes out. That is Brooks Gorman's second strikeout. And now we'll face the number 9 hitter, Hogan Peer.
Still early in the evening, looking around on Twitter for some updates in sports world. Didn't find anything, but the deadly zombie deer disease could possibly spread to humans. So there's an update for you.
I'm a little upset about that. We are close to woods out here.
Well, I think you have to eat the meat, actually.
Well, I don't really eat deer. I don't know if I've ever eaten deer, actually.
I did a succulent squirrel.
You ate a squirrel?
With a wine roux that I made.
Russell, that's all I'm saying, folks. Don't let your dogs around Russell. He'll
no, I won't
my
say.
Goodness.
Swing and a miss. Yes. I mean, you know, there may come a day where you
ate squirrel?
Where you got to take care of yourself.
If you could only see our expressions, if you could have us live, it would be even worse. Peer hangs on. It's 1-2. And
came off the catcher a little hot there. Maybe got a finger.
I don't think you can hurt Trey Ham. He's a very healthy boy. He waves off the coach, said, I'm fine. Let's play ball.
I'll have to give you my squirrel Brunswick stew recipe. It's absolutely stunning.
Won't be eating it. Just telling you.
You did. I fed you some. You didn't even know it.
I have. I don't think me nor Brandon has ever been to your house.
It was a to-go plate I picked.
Morris stumbles, stands up, and that play was just destined for failure. You know, you're not going to see Myles Morris make too many errors. He stumbled running towards the ball, got to the ball, fielded it cleanly, but his balance was all off, and he overthrew it. First error of the year on Myles Morris and for Tattnall. And that brings leadoff hitter David Walker up to bat. You know, Myles has a big job. He's replacing a shortstop that now plays in the Philadelphia Phillies system. And you're going to have to start. Russell is like bored up here.
I'm not. I'm trying to keep y'all entertained.
He's showing me all sorts of stuff on Facebook, I think. And
just trying to keep you up and aware of the.
He may be the first one to get fined by the DSBN Board of Directors. And that didn't look good. Pierce still second, and the ball gets to the outfield. So
got a good jump on that one, John. He was off to the races, and Trey Ham rocketed it down there, but second baseman trying to block off that base and just didn't give himself enough room to go get that ball, and off his glove it went, so an error on the second baseman.
And a runner on second base in scoring position with one out. And the top of the order, David Walker, is up to bat. 1 ball, no strikes. And I imagine Gorman's getting close to 40 or so pitches. Russell's over here laughing again. Guys, we've got 12 people watching. Can we be professional, please?
We are. Go ahead. It's the first game of the season.
2-0, Brooks Gorman to David Walker. And the pitch. Good pitch. Brooks Gorman gets a swing and strike, and it's 2-1. Nice crowd out here tonight for a Wednesday night. Tattnall faithful always shows up. And Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy has brought some fans too. And if you hadn't had a Tattnall Square French fry, you don't know what you're missing. 2-2 the count.
Now, see, I wish you hadn't have brought that up now, because now it's wafting its way up here to my nostrils.
Oh, and Brandon's smelling chicken strips. Yeah, I kind of do. The chicken strips and French fry basket would be well. I thought that was in my contract, but obviously Russell doesn't respect my contract. It's 3-2.
I'm thinking about going down and getting you one, but it was a fleeting thought.
Oh, my. This all year. David Walker, the batter. Hey, guys, if you want to be on DSBN, if you have internet at your baseball field, get us over there. We'll do it. You feed us, we might do it twice.
That's right. We're a cheap date.
And that's a line drive down the right field. It's just going to be foul. So Walker is battling. It's a full count. For number 3. I saw somebody working, warming up for Greater Gwinnett. Have not seen anyone in the bullpen for Tattnall as of yet, but it would be hard to see from their dugout to the bullpen. And the 3-2 pitch. And almost flagged down by the second baseman. That's going to be a hit. Elmo Daniels guns it in.
Wow.
Oh. And that didn't work out very well. David Walker, clean hit to right field. He's going to move to second on the throw home. And the runner on third holds. So they have second and third with only one out. And number 2 hitter, Jimmy Martin's coming up. Jimmy struck out the first time. And Brooks Gorman is going to be hunting for another strikeout. Excuse me, Jimmy Martins did not strike out the first time. He grounded out to second base. Second and third, so legit scoring chance for Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy. I can say that now. It took me a couple innings to be brave. I was just saying Barons, but now I've got it. Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy. Russell.
Iambic Pentaemic.
Jimmy Martins, the center fielder. And it's 0-1. Gorman gets ahead. It's not. And Brooks Gorman behind again. Wouldn't be surprised at all if this is Brooks Gorman's last inning. He may get one more. They are not going to tax anybody this early in the season, especially with the weather like it is. Good pitch, Brooks Gorman. Good swing. Pitcher beat batter that time. It's 1-1. How'd you like that? Pitcher beat batter that time. That was good. And you weren't even listening.
I was listening. I'm trying to find you some information here.
On John Baggett? If you do that. And Gorman goes 2-1. We're in the top of the third. Tattnall Square leads 1-0. And here comes the pitch. Foul back, and it's 2-2, and Gorman's one pitch away from being out of the inning. The Barons had second and third, one out, got a ground out to third base, and now they're one strike away from not scoring. Gorman looks, and he winds. And it's going to be a line out to third baseman. To first base, excuse me. Hunter Alexander handles it. And Gorman pitches through 3. We've played 2.5 innings. Tattnall 1. Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy 0. We'll be right back.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
Hello, I'm Joy Johnson at the Cottages on Westland, inviting you to come see our spacious assisted living suites. Each suite has its own kitchenette, private bathroom, separate bedroom, and living space. We provide meals, housekeeping and laundry services, personal care assistance, and a variety of daily activities. Come by and visit us soon. You'll see why our residents feel at home and why families trust their loved ones to us at the Cottages on Westland.
Welcome back to Tattnall Square. We go to the bottom of the third. Barons had a shot there, had a runner in scoring position, had a couple of errors by Tattnall. Gorman was able to get him out of the inning as the warm-up toss is coming for the Barons, and we'll get ready to lead off this bottom of the third. 1-0 lead by the Trojans. Here to tell you all about it, John Kosutter.
All right, we're talking about short innings there, short outings. David Walker goes 2 innings, gives up 1 run. Good job by David Walker. And now they go with Brandon Newgay, who moves over from shortstop to do the pitching. And he'll face the top of the Tattnall order, B.J. Spear, Brett McHugh, and Brooks Gorman here in the bottom of the third inning. The throw down to second happens. Hey, let's not forget Braves baseball is right around the corner. I know everyone's excited about another baseball season getting underway.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be exciting. Sure am glad we've got the Alliance of American Football to keep us busy.
Always good to have football, no matter when. So, Russell, why don't we take the DSBN crew down to Florida, do some spring training.
I'm sorry, I can't do Major League Baseball.
Well,
it's kind of on the TV at times. It's just kind of in the background. I gave up on them in '94.
Oh my God! So how about some minor league baseball in the backfields? You want to do that?
We could do that.
Okay. So are you paying for the trip for me and Brandon and the crew?
Oh, sure, nothing, man. Here's the black card. Go ahead. Let's get it set up.
New guy's first pitch, a little high. It's 1-0. And good pitch. Evens count at 1-1. BJ hit by a pitch the first time up. And the 1-1 pitch. Good fastball. Got in on BJ's hands a little bit, and all he could do is fight it off. BJ had a good senior football season this year. Got to carry the ball a lot. Good defense. Hurt a little bit. Think he had a concussion this year. But he was one of the players that helped lead Tattnall back into the playoffs. And that's going to be a ball, and the count is even at 2-2. Nobody looks too cold out there. Joey Hiller does have his hands in his pockets, but that's about it. And Newgate misses in. He's run it full on B.J. Spear. Russell is the leadoff hitter. With the guys behind him, all B.J. wants to do is get on base.
Well, it goes back to that philosophy of playing small ball, get that first runner on, and then you can move him around. And he gets the job done on a walk, and he'll go down to first. And once again, Coach Hiller will look an opportunity here to manufacture. Good, always does a good job a lot of times with guys like BJ that got good speed. He'll find a way to get him over to second before the next batter behind him can make a mistake or do a fly out or something like that. He's done that throughout his coaching career here, and let's see if he does it again.
That brings up Brett McHugh. Brett singled in Spear the first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Doesn't look like it's deep. Looks like the center fielder is under it, and he is. So that's the first out of the inning. Bringing up Brooks Gorman now. Let's think. Russell, I truly believe that he's going to try to do everything he can to get BJ to second base right here. First pitch.
One away. Got a batter. Got that the leadoff runner on first. He wants to take advantage of it. And we've got a little adjustment going on by our pitcher here. He's removing, looks like he might have had a sleeve on his arm or something. Getting warmed up now, needs to take it off, and obviously the cool weather's not bothering the pitchers here tonight at all.
Doesn't seem to be. I mean, it's really nice out here. I'm going to go out and get some fresh air in a few minutes.
You can never leave. You're not allowed to.
If you don't hear from me, if you hear munching in the background. You know, Russell, I mean, one of my favorite foods, French fries. The good crinkly cut French fries. I mean, those are.
Lots of ketchup.
I'm not a ketchup guy.
Golly, I'm taking your Southern card away.
I'm not a ketchup guy.
So my daughter told me one time she didn't like sweet tea. I thought I was writing her out of the wheel.
Something's wrong with not liking sweet tea.
You're out.
Brandon, are you a ketchup guy? Two
yeah.
ketchup guys up here. My goodness.
I can do a little mustard now on a corn dog with ketchup.
Oh, mustard on a corn dog is very good. Brooks Gorman, the batter. And it's 1-1, and we didn't even realize he was up, I don't think. But
the broadcast is disintegrating as we speak.
I mean, it's 8 o'clock, and it's past dinner time. And
that's getting real close to your bedtime.
Yeah. I believe you're older than me, Mr. Deese. I don't know what time you get to work, but I'm out of the house at 7:20. How about you?
About the same.
And Brandon agrees with that. No, Brandon says I'm 9:30. Okay.
9:30. I'm waking him up at 12:15. What are you talking about?
And that wild pitch is going to get Spear to second with a 1 out. Gives Brooks Gorman a chance to get that run home. Yes, Brandon is indeed the youthful one of the three of us.
I called him one afternoon at 5 o'clock. What are you doing, eating lunch?
Sometimes I'm up at 4.
Oh, my, yeah. So if we need him at 4 a.m. for some technical difficulties, we can call him.
Just pay me my day rate.
We call pay. Wait a minute. We get Russell. Russell is, you can find Russell on Facebook at 2 o'clock.
Some nights. I had a client that texted me at 2 minutes to 1 about a car one night, and I woke up the next morning and I said, sorry I'm late, but you've lost your mind if you think I'm texting you back at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't hear a freight train coming through the front yard at that time of morning.
2-2 the count on Brooks Gorman. 1 out, a runner on second. That's B.J. Spear out there. Oh
bad
my.
throw.
Had a great chance to pick him off, but Newgay made a bad throw, and then it's a bad throw.
2 errors, and B.J. Spears is going to put another run on the board. And, gentlemen, that was just a pure lack of concentration. Looked like when he did the spin move to second base that the ball was late, just stuck in his hand.
No doubt about it. That did look, and then they threw the ball around, and B.J. scores his second run of the game. And it's 2-0 Tattnall. Lots of basketball going on this weekend. Follow your favorite teams in the state tournament. I know Northeast, Central.
2 region champs out of the Bibb County area.
West Side still playing.
Stratford Academy girls.
Stratford Academy boys and girls still in it. Central girls. I'm sure we're leaving some out, and I'm sorry that I brought it up.
That's just in Bibb County alone. That's six teams still alive.
It's been a good year. Now, Russell, I know as a sports aficionado, you will know this. When is the last time that a Macon school has won a state championship? Now, it's different because let's think basketball.
A state championship, that would have been Coach Richardson over at Southwest, I believe, would have been the last state champion, and that would have been, let's see, 76-79.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
Yes, sir. I was headed off to college that year.
Some unbelievable basketball teams back there. A lot of teams have come close. But if you take out the GISA, that'll be the last team to win a state championship in basketball. Let's see, that's 21. It's almost 40 years ago.
Yeah, because the last football team in Bibb County to win one in the public school side was the 1975 Central Chargers under the tutelage of Gene Brody and behind the great quarterback Michael Jolly.
No doubt that Michael Jolly was a special kid. He played his college football at Georgia Tech for a while, and then I think he went to Tennessee State, maybe?
Believe you are correct.
Yes, sir.
Never forget listening to him on the radio the night he got the start on the road against Tulane.
We are real. Brandon's going, huh?
That would have been the Tulane Green Wave.
Yes, sir. And this is Trey Ham with the runner on second. And Newgay has trouble finding the plate right now. He's wild pitched Brooks Gorman the second.
Gave him a little bang trim there.
You give Tattnall 4, Russell, they're going to be really tough to beat. They're going to be tough to beat with 2. Newgay looks, and he's in the stretch, and he pitches.
That was close on that outside corner that time.
And it's 3-0, almost like they're pitching around him. Everybody knows who Trey Ham is. He's already signed a baseball scholarship with Liberty. And that is a great picture that we have up there right now, guys. Hope y'all are enjoying the broadcast. There's a strike to Trey Ham, 3-1 the count. And Trey Ham is looking to rip right now. The 3-1 pitch on the way. And Ham is going to walk. Ham didn't want to walk, but he's going to take it. And that'll bring up Myles Morris. Myles Morris had a hit the first time up. And we're going to get a pinch runner. And that's going to be Dijai Mack. I'm betting that's Destin Mack's little brother. And here comes Myles Morris. First and second, only one out. Chance for Tattnall to break it open just a bit. Dawson Brown on deck. And that's going to be a high strike. And it's 0-1. Myles Morris, three-sport athlete, baseball, basketball, football. Never gets a break. As I said, basketball season ended Wednesday, and he's starting a baseball game the next Wednesday. Thank you, Jarvis Smith. And Myles is down 0-2 in the count. And Myles going to strike out that time. Good pitches by Newgay. And that brings up Dawson Brown. And Russell, of course, you know who Dawson Brown's dad is.
The great pitcher of the Major Leagues, Kevin Brown.
And Coach Kevin Brown also works on this Tattnall staff. That doesn't hurt him too much. Kevin Brown, a long time Major League pitcher. And Dawson Brown going to pop it up. Right fielder seems to have track on it, and he does. And once again, Tattnall fails to do a whole lot. They do get one. We've played 3 complete innings. Tattnall 2. Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy 0. We'll be right back in just a minute.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester.
谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We want to be your Middle Georgia allergy team.
And welcome back as we start the top of the fourth. The Trojans lead it with a 2-1 in the first and 1 in the third, 2-0. Left a couple stranded last inning, and Barons got out of it with no further damage. We got a new pitcher on the mound. It's going to be Dawson Brown. To tell you all about it, John Kosader.
Thank you, Russell. And Joey Hiller expects a lot out of this kid this year, Dawson Brown. He's going to be on the mound now, and he's another one of those kids. He's a week off the basketball court, and he's going to get a inning or two right here, and we'll probably see at least one more Tattnall pitcher. Let's talk about Brooks Gorman. Great outing, 3 shutout innings. He gave up 2 hits and struck out 2. Didn't walk a batter. You can't do much better than that in a cold night in your first outing of the year. So now we turn it over to Dawson Brown.
Dawson got a little more of that sidearm delivery in his pitching style. Big tall, rangy kid.
The defensive stopper on the basketball team for Jarvis Smith. He didn't score a whole lot of points, but he stopped a whole lot of points from being scored. And let's see if Greater Gwinnett can get something started. They're going to lead off with their number 3 hitter, John. Nope, that's their number 4 hitter, Joe Treslinski is going to lead off. Joe ground popped up to the second base the first time up. And let's see what he can do with Dawson Brown. Line drive in the right center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Elmo Daniels runs it down, fumbles it, and that's going to be,
Wow.
They called him out.
They did.
Great recovery by Elmo Daniels. Got the ball into Myles Morris, and he's out trying to stretch it. It was a single and a fumble out there in right field, but Elmo Daniels recovered and threw Dreslinski out. A big first out, Russell.
Absolutely, and to get the lead runner off to on second base, keep him out of scoring position, it was a big play by Elmo Daniels, Jr.
This will bring up Andrew Henson. He's the catcher, so nobody on as we start the fourth, and there must be a breeze down there because the chicken fingers and french fries just hit hard.
You got to stop, man.
Oh, my God.
We're going to get you through it.
I know how I'm going to get through it. And that's going to be a little outside. Dawson goes 2-0. On the catcher, Andrew Henson. Foul ball. A little squib down the third base line. 2-1 to count now.
Had a good cut on it, just a little late getting around on it, John.
Hey, we see a heater down there now. Must be getting a little bit chilly. Tattnall fans down there down the third base line, they have their little heater.
Well, you know, I mean, down south like this, I mean, if it ain't sundress weather, everybody's pulling out the heater.
It is 55. I was actually thinking I'm actually sweating up here right now. But I just think that's because of the chicken fingers. Foul ball number 2 for Henson, and it's 2-2. Dawson Brown's fought back in the count.
So you had a physical today. Could you not eat before you go?
Could not eat before I went, so I had my physical was at 1:30.
Right.
So 6 hours before that, could not eat. And I was in that physical I got home about 5 o'clock.
Wow.
It was a long physical.
And I ate a whole pan of lasagna.
Yes. Yes. And, you know, on the way home, and that's going to be strike 3 on the catcher, Andrew Henson. So
barely got that outside corner.
Dawson Brown comes back and gets Henson 2 outs for Brandon Newgay, the pitcher. So anyway, I call Russell on the way over here, and I'm like, Russell, I don't know. God, I'm going to be running late because I got to get something to eat. And Russell says, I got you. Don't worry about it. And I get here, and the only thing I see to eat I see a cup of ice.
You know, really, I mean, you really, you just got it's like a fantasy world with you.
You don't think I've ever heard that before? It's a lot better than a normal life.
Just make it up as you go there, cousin.
So you didn't say that. Are you denying that? Do I need to go get my phone?
Get the tape.
Okay. Maybe you texted it to me.
Maybe not.
And you see what I'm doing. I'm pulling this little bitty thing over, thinking about sitting on it.
You can't sit on that. Don't be messing up my nice camera case.
Oh, my, because we are standing up. That's a shot to right field, but right at Elmo Daniels. He didn't have to move, so a 3-up, 3-down inning for Dawson Brown. We've played 3.5. It's 2-0 Tattnall. We'll be right back in a minute.
Macon Boots is the newest addition to Midtown Macon. With brands like Rocky, Ariete, Georgia Boots, and more, Macon Boots can help you find the boots you're looking for with unbeatable prices. Whether it's boots for work, everyday wear, or maybe boots are just your thing, we have a whole selection from America, Canada, and Australia. While you're here, make sure to check out our authentic belt buckles, handmade knives, genuine leather wallets, and much more that you can only find at Macon Boots. We fit Macon.
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the fourth. To lead it off for the Trojans will be Hunter Alexander. To tell you all about it, John Kosader.
Oh, wow. This is the fourth inning. I thought I was only getting 3.5, but I'll take it.
You may be going all the way.
Because I love to talk. And this is Hunter Alexander against Brandon Newgay out for his second inning. It's still a ball game, 2-0. And that's going to be a hit down the line. Good job. Let's see if Hunter tries to stretch it for two. He's gonna. And that's a stand-up double. Hunter Alexander trying to lock in to get winning that first base job. Won't hurt. Just down the line, Russell. You can't place it any better.
Nope. Good way to lead it off, and that's going to bring up Elmo Daniels with a good play in that last inning.
Elmo Daniels struck out last time. You don't want to strike out again. Tattnall Square floating about 25 players over there. Got a lot of people who want to play baseball. And they want their chance too. Looks like Daniels fakes the bunt, swings and misses. So let's see how many basketball players we have over there. William Stubbs, basketball player. Connor Toth, basketball player. Myles Morris, Dawson Brown, Stubbs, and that might be it. But a lot of Caden Toth also. A lot of basketball players just out. And that's going to be a wild pitch to move Hunter Alexander to third.
Yeah, once again, stuck in his hand and just got away from him.
So Elmo Daniels has a runner on third with no outs and a 1-1 count.
It's second inning for Newgay, I believe.
Yes. And we're going to get the pitch here in just a second. Here it comes. It's going to be strike two.
While we got a second, we want to mention, don't forget Monday night, Macon Touchdown Club is having its big jamboree. Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue here in Macon. Kirby Spark will be our guest speaker, the head coach of the Dogs. Tickets still available here in Macon. You can reach us at 478-550-0524. And there's only one place you can buy them, and that is You Park 'em, You Sell 'em Automotive at 3306 Vineable Avenue. And they will be available only through Saturday morning or until these last 50 tickets we've got left are not sold.
And that's going to be a strikeout pass ball, and Elmo Daniels is going to reach first.
Good running by Elmo Daniels there, John. Legged it out. Good awareness by the batter, and he got down to first base, and that's going to give him people on the corner.
First and third, no outs. Carter Fink, the batter, and I mean, we're learning a lot of good stuff. Me and Brandon sitting back, and Russell's giving us ideas for what to get our girlfriends or wives or significant others for Valentine's Day.
I really liked that last suggestion. It was really good.
Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Russell is
Well, you know, I'm never short of ideas after 33 years of marriage.
We appreciate you giving us those views. Elmo's going to move on to second base, second and third. 1-0. And Newgay struggling just a bit. Tattnall with a chance to break this thing open here in the fourth. It was chocolate. Chocolate's always a good idea. If you would like us to give any other suggestions, just give us some feedback. We'll be glad to. We've got 67 years of marriage up here I know of.
Wanted to finish that thought. If you're interested in coming Monday to the Macon Touchdown Club, like I said, we've got about 50 tickets left. Should be a crowd of somewhere between 450 and 500 folks. Your chance to see the big dog come to Macon and bark loud for the dog fans.
Now, what time do we have to get there to actually get a seat at that place?
I would suggest that you better not be there no later than 5:30 because we are starting 30 minutes early. And our normal time for the Touchdown Club is 6:30, but we're going to kick it off at 6 o'clock. Lots of awards to give away. Bring your checkbook because there is going to be some memorabilia auctioned off that you want to have if you are a Dogs fan, and that's as far as I'll tell you right now.
Well, you could tell us. I asked Russell for more. He said, nope, can't give you more. That's it. Carter Fink, 2-2. Runners on second and third. And Tattnall trying to add to its lead. And Carter Fink going to strike out for the second time. And we're back to the top with B.J. Spear. Russell showing me some more ideas for Valentine's Day. That's a good idea. Get somebody a dog for Valentine's Day.
It really is a great idea.
I think so. I have 2 dogs myself. And B.J. Spear. Runners on second and third, Russell. Big time of the game for Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy.
2 outs here now.
No, there's 1 out.
1 out, I'm sorry.
Fouled off. BJ's been on base twice. He's been hit by a pitch and he's walked. I stepped outside a little bit ago. It is indeed cold out there. I think it's in the lower 50s now. But the fans are seeing a good baseball game to open up the season. Another foul ball.
Back over this way. Hope it doesn't hit the Cosator Range Rover.
No Range Rover here. I drive by Russell's place every day and just dream of what I can't have.
Brandon Thompson parked the Ferrari in the parking lot tonight. Had a little incident last year. Don't want it to happen again.
Brandon traded in his Lamborghini for a Ferrari now.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, you know how it is with these Silicon Valley guys.
I love his life. I'll just say that.
When I grow up.
1 ball, 2 strikes here. On B.J. Spear, the leadoff hitter. Ducks on the pond, second and third. And the pitch. That's
Nice
going to get
shot.
a base hit through the hole, and that's going to score 1. And it could score 2.
Got him home.
And that's going to work. Elmo Daniels snuck in. 2-run hit. 2-run single by B.J. Spear, and he's having a nice little game. And that kind of breaks it open just about. It's 4-0, Tattnall.
Had the early strikeout, but he's made up for it since, John. Good base running, good bat speed.
Yes, sir. This is Brett McHugh. Runner on first, BJ. He's been interesting over there on first base. Big lead, big swing. Russell, you don't see Tattnall lose 4-0 leads very often. They're just that good.
No, and that's the thing, too. We've talked about we can play small ball, we can play long ball, we can manufacture runs, but they play tremendous defense, and of course, all of that is predicated on really good pitching, and they continue to have that year after year. They don't hurt themselves. Not everybody's an ace on this staff, but they don't make too many mistakes. And over the longevity of the season, that's why it pays off, and that's why you see the banners in the outfield out here.
There's a lot of banners on the walls. There's a lot of banners on the outfield. You could call them Banner City. How about that? We might use that later.
I think there's a sign company named after that. We might be infringing on.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Almost gets Brett McHugh, and that's going to move the runner to second. And the game is catching up to the Barons right now. Tattnall, constant pressure, and the manager is going to come talk to the pitcher.
And I think that may be it for Newgate. We'll check and see if they bring somebody else in. 1 out.
That's going to be it for Newgate. Let's see who the next guy is.
And that is going to be number 34, Mitchell.
Mitchell's a big young man.
Yes, he is. And I'm not for sure what year he is.
I don't know what that noise was.
We'll let him get his warm-ups in. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to GHSA Baseball on DSPN. We'll be back after this timeout.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We've teamed with Mercer, and we'd be happy to team with you. Go Bears!
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Before you put your company logo or event name on the streets, say it with authority. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's. Shirts, hats, cups, pens, patches, we put your logo on almost anything. Our team provides quality craftsmanship and custom embroidery, and our screen printing will turn your design into wearable works of art. Call or stop by in person for a quote. Apparel Authority. Now at a new location off Eisenhower Parkway across from Lowe's.
Welcome back on what is today? Wednesday night, day before Valentine's Day. New pitcher on the mound for the Barons, down 4-0. Tattnall's got a runner on second, B.J. Spears, who just got the runner around on a wild pitch, and it is 4-0. And we have a new pitcher in, and that is Mitchell for the Barons, and he completes his warm-ups. And back at the plate will be Brett McHugh as he gets ready to bat with 1 out, 1 ball and 1 strike. And we now have our center fielder coming out here, and that is number 21, Henson, as he gets back. And 4-0 lead, and it's time for, hopefully, for Mitchell not to make any mistakes here, John, because you make this a 5 or 6, it's tough enough to come back with to the Trojans with a 4-0 lead in the top of the bottom of the 4th. And it's going to cause you a lot of problems. You give up another 1 or 2 runs here.
The main thing I'm wondering about is Mitchell just threw about 35 warm-up pitches. He went through 3 commercials, you talking for 10 minutes. So I wonder if it was like an injury to new guys, whether that was why.
Well, Mitchell was on the bench, so I mean he wasn't out in the field. They didn't make a switch with a player on the field.
Yeah.
So they gave him probably a little extra time here on such a cold night.
Maybe there's a temperature rule or something, because yeah, he warmed up a long time, but we're ready to play baseball now.
Hayes finally makes his way out to left field, so give everybody a hydration break.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
Don't want to keep you awake.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
Want some more carbohydrates?
Now, catcher Joe Dreslinski's going to talk to Mitchell for another 5 minutes.
It was that one extra biscuit that got you before you got over here. You know.
I haven't had a biscuit. I haven't had anything. Todd Wetzel, where are you?
Oh, wow.
And now, Brett McHugh going to talk to Dreslinski for a little while. Not quite sure what the holdup is.
Well, we've got the home plate umpire over with Coach Dreslinski going over some lineup changes. And really, I didn't see a whole lot of wholesale changes here. We still got Baggett down at third. Dreslinski's, Henson's still in. The only guy that went out was Newgay. Everybody else is.
And now Mitchell's going to have to warm up again.
You could have gone down and got one of those corn dogs by now.
Oh, my goodness. Corn dogs, heck, chicken fingers and French fries.
You cannot sit on my case.
It's not going to hurt.
Yes, it will.
All right, I won't do it.
There used to be a chair up here that they knew you were coming.
A chair. Get that. There used to be a chair. There's three of us up here.
Well, I think there's 5 guys in the announcer's booth over here for the PA. That's probably where all your chairs are.
Just want everyone to remember, DSBN will be glad to come to your space.
Absolutely.
If you have a little bit of internet at the field and if you have corn dogs.
Well, now we got the guys. Everybody's on their knee and stretching. And I'll tell you what, let's take one more 30-second timeout. We'll come back. 4-0 as we try to get this one ready. We'll be back after this timeout. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue.
Okay.
Back to live action, finally.
Mitchell toes the rubber. He's in the stretch. Runner on second. And the pitch.
Nice pitch.
And after a delay of 7 minutes, 34 seconds, we're back underway. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brett McHugh, the left fielder. First-year starter for the Trojans. Good pitch. Fouls it off. Mitchell's a big youngster, I'll tell you that. But we don't even know his first name. We know he's number 34 and his name is Mitchell.
Because we do not have a roster. We have what the coach wrote down on the Dick's Sporting Goods lineup sheet.
One ball, 2 strikes. And that's going to be outside for a ball. 2-2. Brett McHugh facing Mitchell. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Nice throw by the catcher down the second. Didn't quite get him. And the count's going to run to 3-2. I don't know, Russell. I just feel a little 4 or 5 run inning right here. I could be wrong. I was wrong once back in 2003. Hasn't happened since. I'm feeling 5 runs this inning.
All right. Well, I've got our Twitter up to date here. Bottom of the 4th. TSA up 4-0.
And that's going to be a strikeout of McHugh. And BJ Spear steals 3rd.
Once again, manufacturing runs is what they're doing.
Brings up Brooks Gorman. Brooks is 0 for 1 with a walk, looking for his first hit of the 2019 baseball season. It's hard to believe we're already in baseball season. All the football games are over. Most of the basketball games are over, and now it's time for Tattnall to shine on the baseball field. Nice pitch. Mitchell, a little sidearm action. Gets Gorman swinging. And it's 0-1.
Nice young man with a lot of range on the mound. Got a little snap in his pitch.
Fouled straight back. Got in on the hands a little bit. what you like to call sneaky fast, maybe. It's what they used to call me, Russell. Sneaky fast. Not lying.
Really sneaky.
Back in the day.
Nobody ever saw you fast.
Come on. Come on. Russ, we didn't know each other until a year ago. You have no idea of my athletic prowess.
That's true.
Feel free.
It's legendary.
Feel free to call in. Gorman
and correct
fouls
the
it
record.
Oh, my goodness.
2-2. How'd you like the Alliance of American Football this weekend?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I watched it. I watched the Atlanta team. That was just a cluster happening. And, I don't know how.
Any team from Georgia gets around Steve Spurrier, they fall apart.
You gotta start the Georgia guy.
Why?
If they're at home this week, you got to start the Georgia guy. You just do.
If he's not better, you don't start him.
Well,
it's pro football.
Did you see the Tennessee quarterback? Are you saying Aaron Murray's not that good? I beg to differ. That's a rip up the middle. Brooks Gorman knocks home B.J. Spear. B.J. scored 3 runs tonight.
He's had an excellent night, John, and they're now at 5-0 and got a runner on first with 2 out. You get one more around here, and you're pretty close to sewing it up.
You know what I'm smelling right now? I'm smelling a home run right now. I'm calling it. I'm calling it in front of Brandon. I'm calling it in front of Russell. Home run.
Trey Ham at the plate. It could happen. He's got great bat speed and power to go with it.
Trey hadn't got a whole lot to hit tonight. He is 0 for 1 also with a walk. Runner on first, 2 outs. It's 5-0. Trey had that cut, and he's down in the count 0-2. This Mitchell guy, the pitcher, good-looking pitcher. I'm betting he's a young guy, though. He looks kind of younger than the other two. They got a great outing from David Walker to start off the game. He gave him 2 quality innings. Greater Gwinnett has threatened to score. Had runners on base, but hadn't been able to push any over.
And there's a launch to center field, John, and you may be just a little short.
Just a little short. Story of my life, that's going to be a fly out to center field to end the inning. We've played 4, Tattnall Square 5, and Greater Gwinnett 0. We'll be right back.
Planning on a holiday party with friends, family, or coworkers? Texas Border Grill's private banquet room offers seating from 5 to 55. Lunch to dinner 7 days a week. Featuring an amazing menu with aged beef, seafood, and so many other signature dishes. Texas Border Grill.
Is your house having a midlife crisis? Maybe it's time for a nip and tuck. Cherokee Brick has been transforming interiors and exteriors for over 100 years. Where you see a blank wall or old porch, we see potential. Add warmth and elegance to your home with an updated entryway, porch, or kitchen. At Cherokee Brick, we cut out the middleman and provide a robust selection of colors and sizes to fit your brick needs. Visit us online to find out more about where you can purchase Cherokee Brick, straight from the manufacturer.
To be the best, you need the best in hydration and nutrition. You need VitaFuse Sport IV Nutrition.
All right, welcome back. We're going to the top of the fifth. Dawson Brown going to work his second inning. And Greater Gwinnett going to try to score. They've got close. Haven't put a run on the board. They're 7, 8, and 9 this inning with Tony Hayes leading off the inning. Dawson Brown on the mound. Ground ball first base. Hunter Alexander fields, flips to Brown in an easy first out. Nice play, Hunter Alexander. And Hunter trying to win that first base job. Dawson Brown, he's a junior. And he's got the first out, brings up Seth McClure. We're breezing. We're already to the fifth. It's been a well-played baseball game. We've had errors. You expect those at this time of the season, but it's been a good baseball game. Strike one. Want to congratulate the Belhaven Blazers, featuring 2 Tattnall Square players on the team. They won their first softball game today. And Allie Gordon, the hero, played walk-off tonight with a 2-run homer to give Belhaven the win. Allie Gordon and Carly Engel representing Tattnall, and Allie Gordon gets the walk-off home run in her first college softball game. It's going to be a squibber. Dawson Brown picks and throws, and he got him. Nice play, Dawson Brown. 2 quick outs. Brings up number 9 hitter, Hogan Peter. He's the second baseman. Dawson Brown's got 2 outs on about 4 pitches, and Tattnall is in cruise mode right now. 5-0 lead. Ground ball, third base. That's going to go past the third baseman into the corner in left field, and Hogan Pier is going to settle for a single. Tattnall Square got the ball in, squibbed it. Well, it really wasn't a squib. He hit it fairly hard down the third base line. Third baseman Bo Hatcher playing off the line, and Hogan Pier did a great job getting it down that line. And that'll bring up the top of the order with David Walker with 2 outs. I've watched a lot of Tattnall baseball. Very difficult to come back on them, especially with 5 runs. Greater Gwinnett, they have a pretty good baseball team, but they're playing one of the better teams in the state. Hard hit ball to second base. The second baseman fields it, flips it to Myles Morris at shortstop, and that's going to end the inning. So no damage in Dawson Brown's second inning of work. Greater Gwinnett hasn't scored in 5 innings. Tattnall Square's got 5 runs. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th in just a minute.
How do you say, my attorney met with me personally?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I got the compensation I deserve?
Thanks, Lester.
Thanks, Lester.
How do you say, I won my court case?
Thanks, Lester. 谢谢 Lester.
Thanks, Lester. You're a good man.
I am Lester Miller, and I will get you the compensation you deserve.
Thanks, Lester.
He ain't afraid of no one.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We want to be your Middle Georgia allergy team.
All right, welcome back. We're here at Tattnall Square Academy on a beautiful night. It's a little chilly, but it's a beautiful night in Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy, trailing 5-0. Mitchell, the pitcher, and Tattnall will open up with Myles Morris, Dawson Brown, Hunter Alexander, 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Myles Morris 1 for 2. On the night. Hope you didn't hear that.
I did.
No, sir. Just received my paycheck. A nice cold Diet Coke. And it is hitting the spot. 2-1 the count. Morris ahead of Mitchell. And Russell's told us that Myles Morris will be one of the high school athletes honored on Monday night at the Touchdown Club meeting.
That's right. We're giving away 6 Scholar Athlete Awards. And these kids will receive, I'm not sure the exact on the check, but it'll be somewhere between $2,000 and $2,500 to the college that they will roll into in the fall as a scholarship from the Macon Touchdown Club. So giving away about $13,000 in scholarship money this year.
Great job by the Macon Touchdown Club as always, and Myles Morris is going to lead off the inning with the single. Myles has got 2 hits. He was shooting threes a week ago. Hitting is just natural. And that brings up Dawson Brown. Dawson's 0 for 2 in the game.
Actually, by the way I calculated, we'll be close to $15,000 in scholarship money given away.
So are you going to get me to meet Kirby or not?
Yeah, you get to meet him. He'll be right out front there, about 60 feet from him. And, you know, I got you covered, man.
You gonna okay, you heard that, guys.
I got you covered.
All 26 fans listening to this. No, we're way up there. We don't like to brag about the numbers, but ladies and gentlemen, look at the numbers tomorrow because people watch this later. That's the great thing about it. You don't really have to watch it now, do you, Russell? You can watch it anytime.
Well, you know, we're starting baseball at 7 o'clock. Some folks will be just getting home and sitting down to dinner about that time. And if you miss the live broadcast, fear not. Just go to dsbnsports.com, click on the archive section, and you can go and see it. And the numbers were fantastic this year. Somewhere around 125 to 130,000 people for our football broadcast alone. And lots of entertainment coming up this spring and late winter on the network. We'll jump back into arena football, professional football right here on the network. As we get late into spring, we've got baseball until then, and maybe some other things to pop up and talk about, and maybe some other things that we'll do. And then we'll turn around and, of course, they start high school football, it seems like, on July 4th weekend now. So
just about, yeah. And look forward to that second year of the Georgia Doom arena football.
Opening weekend, second week of August probably for the Macon Touchdown Club Middle Georgia Kickoff Classic. We had a great one last year. We got the same 4 teams back this year. Single A Tattnall will be there to face Double A Dublin, and Triple A Peach County Trojans taking on 6A the Northside Eagles. Coach Kevin Kinsler taking that team to a state championship this year along with Peach County. So 2 of our 4 teams played in the state championships this year at Mercedes-Benz.
I was on the field for that game, Russell. It was a lot of fun.
Appreciate you inviting us for it and getting us our press passes.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get some press credentials, I believe, for the American Alliance Football, our Alliance of American Football.
I think we should. I definitely think we should. Dawson Brown. Foul ball.
Playing the Atlanta teams playing at Turner Field, the old Turner Field, which is now Georgia State University Field. And they say it is a really nice stadium now that they've reconfigured it and got to play their first year there this year.
So when are we going?
I figured we'd have to go see the Birmingham team when they come to town, and we'll have to go toward the end of the season. Next to the last game, they get the revenge match against the old ball coach, and Orlando Apollos as Coach Steve Spurrier will be in town. Going through Atlanta like Sherman.
Mitchell gonna throw a pitch here, and it's gonna be ball 2. 2-2 the count. We've got a runner. Tattnall has the runner You're just going to have to hit me to get out of that habit.
Just skip over.
Yeah, do a skip over. It gets tough sometimes because I do a lot of Tattnall Square games, and Morris.
Caught the runner up. Good play by the catcher. If they can get him in time, and they can't, they're going to throw it away, John.
Well, Myles was going to get yelled at by Joey Hiller because he had not done what he was supposed to do, but it ends up working well. And Joey Hiller talked a lot about Myles Morris when I talked to him on Monday, said how much he really likes Myles Morris as an athlete. He loves the idea of these kids playing 3 sports. And, you know, he's good at 3 sports. He's very good at football. He's a proven quarterback. He won a lot of games at Tattnall. On the basketball court, he had his best season as a senior, and they're expecting the same thing out of him this year on the baseball field.
And next year, going to hone his skills some more on the campus of Mercer University. Not for sure what his sports plans are there.
The last I heard, he was going to be a preferred walk-on for the football team. I think football is his favorite, and, you know, his first couple years he put big passing numbers up, and then Chance Jones came in and changed the offense, and he did a great job running that version of the wing T. Very smart athlete. Dawson Brown going to strike out, but he's going to reach, and Tattnall's going to score run number 6 on a strikeout. Strikeout, throw down the first. The first baseman couldn't handle it. Dawson Brown ends up on second, and Myles Morris scores run number 6.
Good heads-up base running. The Barons are just making too many mistakes here tonight to stay in this ball game. And, you know, at times have swung the bat fairly decent when they've had an opportunity to, but just really good all-around defense here by Tattnall, and a good job of running the bases, and the Barons have, of course, helped them out on numerous occasions with errant throws here tonight. Too many errors.
This is George Vining running for Dawson Brown. He's on second, and this will be Hunter Alexander, who probably will be Tattnall's quarterback this year after Myles has left, and he will be up to bat. Hunter's had a good game. He's 1 for 2 with a double.
Hunter just a sophomore. So as they say, 2 years of eligibility left.
Tries to get the bunt down, doesn't quite do it.
How about Kyler Murray passing up the $7 million for the A's and going to enter the NFL draft?
I have my views on that.
At 5'9"?
5'9" 3/4. Never really been a quarterback that has excelled being that small. But, you know, Russell, it's a different game now. It's a 7-on-7 drill.
Yeah, if you can keep them off of him.
And Alexander fails to get the bunt down again. Joey Hiller not going to be happy about that.
And, of course, next year for the Oklahoma Sooners, it'll be a fine individual, in my opinion, as hard as that is for me to say that as an Auburn man. But if there's a guy you could root for that's done all the right things, it would be Jalen Hurts, and I wish him nothing but success next year.
That Jalen Hurts. He'll probably have an unbelievable year, too.
As long as he's not doing it for the Crimson Tide, I'm okay with that.
Amen. Hunter Alexander goes down for the first out, bringing up Elmo Daniels. One out, and we're in the bottom of the 5th. 6-0 ball game. And we're working on 2 hours, Russell.
You're doing a fine job to open up the season for us here at DSBN.
Well,
all the frivolity aside,
I just appreciate the opportunity to succeed on such a fine network as the DSBN network.
Well, we appreciate it. We wouldn't be you wouldn't be here, believe me, if we didn't think you could do it. Hot shot.
That's going to be through the wicket. And we're going to score run number 7. And you know how announcers are, Russell. We're well aware of the run rule.
Yes.
At 10. And we're in the 5th, so we've got 1 out. So we need 3 runs.
And this one's over.
And this one is over. Not that we wish any ill play from Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy, but truthfully, I believe they're about ready to get off the field too.
Yeah, tough opening night here tonight. Too many errors by them. Coach Drezlinski, as I said, this team's had this program's done pretty well over the last couple of years. As I believe I read it right, they did go to Independent Homeschooling World Series that's played down in Florida and had a good run last year. Never take a team at face value on the first game of the season.
And you know, they're playing it like a first game. They used their best pitcher for 2 innings, and he was out of there. If he would have kept going, probably would have been a lot closer. You're down to your number 3 pitcher right now. And a lot of teams barely even use 3 pitchers.
Right. Especially when you're talking about at the single A level.
No doubt about it. Carter Fink, the batter. Carter needs something good to happen. He's 0 for 2 right now with 2 strikeouts. Carter's going to get a lot of hits in a Tattnall Square lineup, though. I can guarantee you that. He's only a sophomore. His brother Logan playing baseball at Kennesaw State.
He's an owl.
Ooh, ooh. You knew I was going to do that, didn't you?
Let's not do that again the rest of the season.
Don't do that. The rest of Brandon's over there going, oh, my God. Now, that was not me. And Carter Fink puts the ball in the play. It's going to be a tough play. And that's going to be a hit. And Elmo's going to third. And he's going to be held up. And Carter Fink on with what you got to give an infield hit, I believe.
Yeah. The only thing you could maybe get is an error on the first baseman out of that. I don't know if they'll give an error on it or not. Need to expand that scoreboard and have that on there.
Yes, they do. I'm sure Joey Hiller has that in his plan. And now it's like bonus time almost. B.J. Spears. I don't know if B.J. can hit the ball out of here. But if he does, the game's over.
Only 1 out, so still opportunity with going back to the top of the lineup with B.J. Spears. 7-0, as John just called it, in the bottom of the 5th.
And we're going to get a runner to second as Carter Fink steals. B.J. showed bunt, was never going to bunt, just wanted to give Carter Fink a chance to get to second.
Second baseman came in on almost a cutoff throw on that. Instead of letting that ball get down to second base, a little consternation on the face of the catcher behind home plate on that cutoff attempt by the second baseman. And maybe he was looking for some catching the runner at third and get him caught up.
Ground ball. That's going to sneak through the hole, too. Another hit, and it's going to score 2 more runs. So B.J. Spears continues his perfect night at the plate.
Really good night by B.J.
If we had a DSBN player of the game,
he would have it.
It would be B.J.
As a matter of fact, we're going to have that at the end of this game.
Well, I know who's getting it.
Yeah, Sans the hardware.
Nobody else is voting. B.J. Spear. B.J.'s 2 for 2. He's driven in 4, and he scored 3 times.
That's about as good a night as you're going to have on the baseball diamond.
No doubt about it. And it's now 9-0.
And B.J. stands at first, and he is the lone base runner with 1 out.
And we're going to have a pitching change.
Yeah, Coach Drezlinski comes out and makes a change from Mitchell. While he does that, we'll catch our breath and let you do the same. We'll be back. You're listening to GHSA Baseball on DSBN. We'll be back.
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
I am Lester Miller, and if you've been in an accident or hurt on the job, I want to work for you. My office is right across the street from the Bibb County Courthouse, and it doesn't end there. Middle Georgia is my home. I graduated from high school here, college, and Mercer Law School. My family goes to church here. My kids go to school here. I work hard for my community, and when you need an attorney, I will personally take your call.
Thanks, Lester.
And I will work hard for you too.
Contact Lester Miller today for your free consultation.
Wheezing, itching, runny nose, and coughing. All these symptoms can be caused by allergies, which are very common in Middle Georgia. Airborne allergens can make it difficult to enjoy life around here, like tailgating or attending a ball game. Even that seasonal cold might be due to allergies. Give us a chance to fix that. It's what we do. With multiple locations in and around Macon, we help children and adults with allergies and asthma. We've teamed with Mercer, and we'd be happy to team with you. Go Bears!
Crosby Roofing is more than just a roofing company. It's a family-owned company with deep roots in Middle Georgia. Since 1989, Crosby Roofing has been the source of quality roofing in Middle Georgia. Inspections and estimates are always free, commercial or residential. No job is too big or too small. You can trust Crosby Roofing for a clean job site, no upfront fees, and a lifetime warranty on shingles. Discounts for senior citizens. Crosby Roofing, quality you can look up to.
Welcome back to Tattnall Square Academy, opening night of baseball here at DSBNSports.com. It's a 9-0 lead as the Tattnall Square Academy Trojans, your defending single-A private school champions, lead Greater Gwinnett Christian Academy, the Barons, by a score of 9-0. Bottom of the fifth, one out, runner on first. New pitcher on the mound, here to bring you all the action, John Kosader.
Jimmy Martins gets his chance, and we get a stolen base right there. B.J. Spears continues his good night. So he's on second. That's the game-ending run right there. Brett McHugh, he's got a hit tonight and an RBI. Has a chance to make B.J. Spears' night a little more perfect. He's scored every time he's been up. And if he scores this time, this game's going to be over. I think they've quit cooking in the concession stand. I'm really not getting a big odor of food right now. Either that or my nose is stopped up.
We're so going to the Waffle House when this is done. A steak and eggs.
No, I like steak and I like eggs.
A little double order hash browns in the ring.
Oh, hash browns. Hash browns are almost, that's like my second favorite food in the world, next to French fries. So the pitch, and that's going to be wild. New pitcher, Jimmy Martins. My good friend Wes Blankenship, do you remember him?
Absolutely.
We spent many a day in the Tattnall Square booth in playoff season, and we would just make up stuff the whole game. It was great. So-and-so hitting 285 with 12 homers and 46 RBIs. Yeah, we made up the whole thing. That was before Wes was a big shot, though. Wes is a big shot Atlanta sportscaster now.
Where is he at now? WSB?
I think he is, yes.
Well, all the local celebrities will be there Monday night, including the marvelous one.
My friend Marvin James, look forward to seeing him. And I'm sure Oh, my goodness. My old mind forgets Jonathan Perez. Okay, that's going to go to center field. And that puts Mr. B.J. Spear on third. And now the winning run is not too far away from home plate. B.J., let's see. We got Marvin James. We've got Jonathan Perez. We've got Cameron Gaskins. This is bad. I can't remember.
Well, Mason Prince and Luke Hetrick are gone.
They're probably listening tonight. They listen to everything I do. Luke Hetrick now in Orlando, Florida. Mason Prince.
He's back in Macon, isn't he?
No, he's not back in Macon. He is working for the Professional Fishing League now as a writer. He went away from broadcasting right now, and he's a writer. Good for him.
The pen is mightier than the Zepco.
The pen and what was that thing you called it early?
A quill.
A quill. I'm going to look that up.
It's a feather pen.
Well, why would you need a pen and a quill?
Well, I probably meant to say quill pen.
Don't you need paper somewhere?
Well, papyrus will do. Parchment.
Okay. All right, so Brett McHugh walks as we were talking about some quill thing. And Brooks Gorman comes up to bat. First and third, it's 9-0, bottom of the fifth. And I believe Joey Hiller's ready to get this game over with also.
One out. Runner on third. BJ scores here. We'll walk away. High.
Did you hear me taking that?
That refreshing sip of that carcinogen aspartame.
Diet Coke sometimes. It just doesn't get any better with Diet Coke.
Okay.
Hey, I had a physical today, okay? I have to do right. I have to go back in 2 weeks.
Well, you're not doing right drinking that.
It's diet, okay?
It's got, well, I better not say that.
You better watch. Never going to get them as a sponsor.
I'll tell you. Well, it's not exactly that particular product. It's all of it. Yeah, I'm one of those guys, sweet tea guy, water and water with hops.
Yeah, that's a fly ball to left field. That's going to score B.J. Spears. And that is now 10-0. And I would like to see players walk on the field because I'm hoping they didn't change the run rule. That's going to be the game. Tattnall Square, an impressive 10-0 win, Russell.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back, and John Cosater will wrap up the opening night action here of GHSA Baseball on DSBN. We'll be right back. Hey folks, Russell from Gridiron Game of the Week. When you get ready to buy a new car or a newer automobile, there's always the dilemma of what to do with your current car. Well, that's where You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em at 3306 Vineville Avenue comes in. You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em is the original automobile dealership with the owner in mind. For 18 years, You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em has been the only alternative to giving your car to a local dealer on a trade-in or trying to market your car yourself. So when you get ready to sell your old car, give them a call today at 254-6310. That's You Park 'Em, You Sell 'Em, 3306 Vineville Avenue. Welcome back on a Valentine's Eve as we kicked off our action here of GHSA Baseball on DSBNSports.com. We're glad to have you with us. Normally, we're on YouTube Live, DSBNSports.com, and Facebook Live. Had a little technical glitch on the Facebook side. But fear not, we shall endeavor to persevere, and our next broadcast we'll get it all figured out. Let's wrap it up from here. Let's bring in the voice of GHSA Baseball here on DSBN, John Cosater, to give us a recap of opening night.
Well, thank you, Russell. Tattnall Square got a great pitching performance by Brooks Gorman. He'll be the winner. The second guy, Dawson Brown, did just as good. They got 5 shutout innings. Offensively, B.J. Spear, 2 for 2 on base 4 times, scored 4 runs with 3 RBIs. While Myles Morris also had 2 hits for Tattnall, just the way Tattnall wanted to start the season. For Greater Gwinnett Christian, saw some good things, got good starting pitching from David Walker, and I'm sure they're going to be okay this year too.
Our player of the game, John, unanimous choice between the three of us up here in the booth, Brandon Thompson, myself, and John. No doubt, let's give the award.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. He started in the first inning when he got hit by a pitch. B.J. Spear, he was on every time with a walk, a hit by pitch, and 2 clean singles. He drove in 3, scored 4 times. Doesn't get much better than that.
Absolutely. Great night, opening night of baseball here on DSBN Sports. Want to remind you one more time, Monday night, the Macon Touchdown Club holds its 2018 football season in review at the Macon Touchdown Club Jamboree. That will be held at the Methodist Children's Home on Pierce Avenue here in Macon. It'll be a huge night. Dinner starts at 6 rather. We'll go through our awards, and then our keynote speaker will be none other than the big dog himself, Kirby Smart of the University of Georgia. Tickets are still available, not many. You can call us at 478-550-0524, and you can buy your tickets. There will be no tickets or no admittance the night of the program at the Methodist Children's Home. So you can get them ahead of time at the U Parkham U Sellum Automotive. That's located at 3306 Vineable Avenue here in Macon. Once again, 478-550-0524. That include tickets are $40 and does include the dinner and the entire program. If you'd like a chance to come see Kirby Smart speak, it's a rare opportunity around the state of Georgia to get the head coach of Georgia here for 2 full hours, and we'll have him here in Macon on Monday night. That's going to wrap it up for John Kosater, Brandon Thompson of BT Media Productions, and DSBN Sports. I am Russell Deese. Your final once again, Trojans win it 10-0. We'll see you later on next week, folks, as we get our baseball program rolling and our coverage rolling. That's going to do it. Our time is up. We thank you for yours.